This is Abhishek Sengupta and welcome back. Global meltdown. This is one topic making every entrepreneur bit worried. Now, this is the time when the world economy is recovering from the after effects of COVID-19. Now, this matter is really making a lot of stressful effect on the entrepreneurs. So let us understand what is this and what factors are contributing to this. Many of the economists are of the idea that recession is highly unlikely in this year. However, there are many factors which are raising eyebrows. Some of the factors are China's zero COVID policy, Ukraine conflict, sanctions on Russia, etc., etc. Now, all these factors are really contributing towards a stressful situation in business and in the world economy. Now, let us analyze the factors which are leading to this situation. There could be many factors which can lead to this situation, but some of the key factors which can really lead to this kind of situation which I am discussing in this episode. Let's see. Number one factor is the Ukraine factor. We know it has been months since the war between Ukraine and Russia started. Now, war is actually having a lot of negative impact through multiple channels. Apart from the loss of lives, there were many evacuation operations which have taken place, which were conducted by various governments of the different countries. Now, this has led to a lot of impact worldwide. It could be in form of prices of crude oil, natural gas, fuels, agricultural commodities, etc., etc. We all know the Nord 2 pipeline of Europe got impacted because of this. Apart from that, there were many commodities whose price and supplies got impacted because of this. Now, war is a serious situation. It is a very, very serious situation. Now, this can have its impact in short run as well as long run. Many multinational companies have withdrawn from Russia as an impact of this. There were many countries whose students were studying in Ukraine. They all left because of this uncertainty and war. This has also led to an unwanted price rise of various commodities. This may come in form of sunflower and sunflower seeds. Ukraine used to be the major supplier for this. Apart from that, there were many agricultural products, many industrial products, many defense spare parts whose supply also got impacted because of this conflict. Now, this conflict is continuing from a very, very long time. Now, this can really impact the economies across the globe. The second point for this is the financial market. We all know that in 2022, the stock market is having a bumpy ride. It's a real bumpy ride which stock market is having. This comes in various forms. At times there are certain commodities whose share prices go roaring high. There are certain stocks which really crashed like anything. There are many such factors, many such things which are going on in the stock market, in the equity market, which is affecting every walks of life. In spite of the increased demand after the COVID-19 lockdowns, still many commodities and their supply chain is badly impacted. This has its impact on the company, on the market, and different stakes of the market. The equity market fell 18 months low as the investors are really worried about the inflation which is going on and upcoming inflation as well. Next is currency fluctuation. There are many currencies across the globe which is falling like anything. This is triggering a lot of impact on those countries as well as the countries with whom that country is trading with. Apart from that, rising and appreciating dollar is also considered as a cause of concern in various economies. There are many currencies across the globe which is falling like anything. Now, this is leading to a proposed inflation in those countries as well as the import-export businesses of those countries are really getting impacted. Certain in a positive way and certain businesses in negative way. So this is also creating a lot of stress in the economy and as well as in the business sector. The next point is inflation. Now, inflation is becoming a real killer in today's world. A moderate inflation is perfectly fine in a growing economy, but inflation over a certain level creates stress amongst business as well as amongst the common man. The prices of the day-to-day commodities go really high. At the same time, there are certain people who cannot afford certain things because of the rising price. Now, problem is that along with the inflation, the earning capacity, or I must say the per capita income, doesn't grow. This is creating a lot of inflationary pressure on various businesses, various founders, as well as on the common man. So this is another cause of concern for the global meltdown topic. The next topic is energy prices. We all know the energy prices in Europe and Asia is really touching skies. There are many reasons for that. Depreciation of the currency could be one issue because of that. Supply demand disparity could be another reason. Even Ukraine and Russia war could be another reason for that. The whole economy and all the industries run on energy. Now, if the energy prices go up, every sector of the economy and every businesses are expected to get impacted. Some in short run and some in long run, but every business is expected to get impacted because of this. No one can say we are not affected because of this, but at the same time it is important to know energy prices are real concerns for economies and businesses all across the globe. Next point is supply chain disruption. Now, after COVID, most of the industries have opened up and demand started growing up. Now, it is important to get the adequate supply of the required raw materials in order to produce the finished products. But there is a big disparity which is happening between the curves of demand and supply. This supply chain disruption is creating a lot of stress across the globe in various business sectors. Many productions got hit, many deliveries are impacted, many countries' economy are in bad shape because of that. This stressful situation can be a very serious situation if the supply chain is not restored in the due course of time. It is even said that if the supply chain is not well organized, the production and outcome of the businesses can really get impacted. The next point is the China factor. Now, we all know that China is the second largest economy in the world and it's one of the biggest supplier of various products to all countries across the world. However, there are certain factors in China which is deeply impacting supply chain as well as the world economies in some way or other. One of the point it could be China's crackdown on business titans. We know many business titans faced acts in China because of their policies and various reasons. Second is China's zero COVID policy. Now, this is again creating a lot of lockdown like situations and lot of supply line disruptions because their business over there is getting disrupted because of the restrictions imposed. So the China factor is also adding a lot of stress to this situation. Apart from that, being the second largest economy, every action, every policies of China can have an impact across the globe. It's not only with its neighbor, but as well as with the countries which were situated thousands of miles away from China. Next point is the geopolitical situations. We know the geopolitical situation at the present moment is very sensitive. This is because of Russia-Ukraine conflict. It could be because of various sanctions which are imposed on Russia because of the Ukraine conflict, which has led to the Russia's cutoff from the SWIFT system. It has also led to the withdrawal of many global companies from Russia, impact on energy, the cutoff of Nord 2 pipeline, various sanctions on Russia, etc., etc. Apart from that, the relationship between USA and China is also on stake over Taiwan. So it is important that geopolitical situation, whether it is happening in your neighborhood or even if it is happening thousands of miles away from you, it is bound to have an impact on you, either directly or indirectly. So it is important for everyone to analyze the geopolitical situation, as these are the real situation which can affect the business and economy in some way or other. New COVID variants and monkeypox. Now, COVID variants are mutating every point of time. Now, every passing day, we are hearing the various new variants. Now, each time a variant is identified, a new wave of panic develops and goes across the globe. Let that be a Delta variant, let that be Alpha variant, let that be Omicron variant, let it be every variant. Now, this is important. If a country's workforce is impacted, then company's economy and the business is also impacted. It is important for every country to keep its workforce safe and healthy. Then only that workforce can really contribute in the works and development of economy. Apart from COVID-19, the monkeypox is also raising eyebrows. There are many cases of monkeypox which are found in various countries. Now, WHO, World Health Organization, is keeping a very close eye on this. Now, every time a pandemic, an epidemic, or an endemic hits, it is having a very long-lasting impacts on economies and businesses. So this could be one of the contributing factor in the ongoing or expected global meltdown. The next factor is the crypto factor. We all know that crypto is becoming a buzzword across the globe. Now everyone is having a FOMO, that is fear of missing out. So everyone is running to have their money invested in crypto. But recently, crypto values too fell down. Now this has impacted the economy in many ways. A school of thought says that fall of crypto is not expected to affect the economy or the various business houses, because that's a separate or a parallel line of investment. However, the same amount of money which is there in stock market, or which was supposed to be there in stock market or any other form of financial instrument, is getting invested in crypto. So if the crypto market is falling or crypto market is crashing, I must say, it is bound to have an impact on the equity market, and as well as every instrument of investment and economy will have an impact. Many of the countries are regularizing crypto in some way or other. So crypto fall going to impact those countries as well. So crypto fall is something to be watched at this point of time. Now in this situation, Lisa Shallet, the Chief Investment Officer of Morgan Stanley, has suggested a 4-point formula to deal with this. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. Number one is innovation. Now this world where we are living is very dynamic. Things which were relevant few years back are no longer relevant today. Things which are relevant today will be not relevant in future. So it is important for every business, every economy to put their strength on innovation. Innovation is important. Innovation is great because innovation gives new age solutions to the new age or existing problems. Now, if the innovation is not there, the newer problems cannot be dealt in the efficient way, in a new generation way. So innovation is one point which one must take care and stress upon. Now, number two is deglobalization. Pandemic has taught a very crucial lesson to everyone in this, to the every business house, to the every economy in this world, is that one should not depend on one supplier globally. One must move from globalization to localization. Deglobalization is important in case one part of the world is impacted because of certain issues, the supply chain doesn't get impacted. Now, with deglobalization, the supply of materials can really go on in spite of a problem in certain part of the world. Now, deglobalization is well stressed in today's world because of the tension between US and China, Ukraine and Russia, NATO countries and Russia, etc., etc. Now, deglobalization can be a real answer to many global problems which is going on at this point of time. Now, next is decarbonization. Now, global warming is real and it has its severe impact. Many countries are putting many kinds of global warming controlling steps on a war footing. We are seeing many icebergs getting melted, many ice across various parts of the world is getting melted, many weather changes are happening, many kind of flash floods, many kinds of natural calamities are happening across the globe. So it is important that the companies and economies must stress on decarbonization. Now world is even moving towards electric vehicles. Now this is another good point to go on. Even investors are not ready to invest in old age fossil fuels or any traditional type of fuels. They are more interested in newer types of fuel, eco-friendly fuels, and the fuels which doesn't contribute much to the global warming. Fourth point is transformation of the labor force. Now labor force has to be transformed in order to deal with the situation. It could be in form of upgraded skill, it could be in form of upgraded ways of working, it could be anything. So it is important that the labor force which is working with a business or an economy must stress on transformation and upgradation of skill. Now with this, many future problems can be solved, many future issues can be controlled, and many serious or crucial situation can be handled really well. It is important that this should be done in a step-by-step manner. It should not be an abrupt, because that creates a lot of uncertainty, chaos, and things might go beyond control. That's all for today. If you got value from this episode, I request you to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any question, I request to write on the comment section. I'll answer it as soon as possible. I'll be back with many such episodes. Till then, stay tuned, stay connected, have a great day.